What's up, everybody? And with another edition of Player Profile, as we're heading over to the Heartland Christian community with one of the Lions basketball players this year, one of their seniors, Johnny Meyer, joining me today. Johnny, how we doing, man?
Good, how are you?
Not doing too bad as we're rapidly counting down the days to opening tip-off. I know it's exciting for you going into senior year. What has the excitement surrounding senior year been like for you? What's the excitement going into this year been like for you?
Honestly, just last year, trying to leave it all out there and have a career best year for last year.
When you talk about last year's run too, man, I mean, you guys went on an unthinkable run, I think, in the tournament. You were quote unquote, I think, underdogs in every single one of your matchups, and you guys were able to pull off a ton of upsets in the tournament run, getting all the way to that final. When you talk about that last year's run and how you guys were able to come together at the end too, talk about what that special run meant to you and how that's kind of fueled your fire going into this year.
Well, it kind of gave us experience so then we know how to recreate what we did. And really, we just been trying to get back to it, trying to get the chemistry stronger and stronger each day. Just trying to get better each day and just trusting coach.
When you talk about what you're looking to do out on the floor this year too, what are some of your personal goals and what are some of the team goals this year?
Really, all my personal goals are really the same as team goals, just trying to get better every day, make it back hopefully to districts and make it farther and just continue getting better every day.
What are you seeing right now out of practices and scrimmages that you guys have been able to participate into that you feel about this team too as one of the senior leaders?
We definitely got heart. We're definitely going at it every second, giving it our all, and really just got to keep on doing that, and we'll be in a good position.
You're transitioning into a senior leadership role this year too. Talk to me what that's been like too. Was that a kind of a fish out of water feeling for you, or did you step right into it and feel comfortable going into that senior leader role?
Honestly, kind of got introduced to it during football season, being more and more of a leader. So it was like understanding things, trying to get everything all the way to the way it has to be, and then just getting ready and just going out there and doing everything I got to do. Continue being vocal, helping everybody out, and just understanding everything and just helping.
When you're a senior too, I mean, it's always talking about the first last of a lot of things. I mean, a lot of people bring it up. Do you let that kind of loom in your mind, or is that something that you're not even thinking about? Are you taking things like one day at a time?
I don't really like to think about it. I like to just each day, just take it one day at a time, just try to go harder and harder each day and get better each day.
When we talk about your journey in the sport of basketball, let's go back to some of your first chapters in the sport. What are some of your earliest memories that you have? What's the first time you remember picking up a ball?
Starting out, first time I ever actually playing organized basketball because I did wrestling before basketball. So just playing and just a group of kids, us all growing up together, and then just playing for the first year. That was fun.
Who have been some of your bigger role models, both inside of sports and outside of sports, that you've looked up to throughout your life?
Honestly, Will Morgan from last year, as a senior last year, really just looked up to him because he never really cared who you were. He was going to go at you as hard as he could and was going to give it his all.
What does that kind of translate to for you this year? Do you feel like you want to step into that type of role too, and be kind of like that pest on defense too, and that enforcer on offense?
Yeah, definitely just not being scared no matter how big the school is we're playing against or how big the teams are. Not being scared, going out there, giving it my all, and just hoping for the win.
In the sport of basketball, what is something that you think from freshman year to senior year now that you think you've grown in the most?
Definitely my maturity. Just care. In the past, I cared more so about stuff outside of basketball, that stuff, and getting into high school. And definitely now that's my senior year, I will say I've locked in. Definitely caring about sports, understanding that's my last year, giving it my all, and just taking it day by day.
As a person, same question from freshman year to senior year. What's the thing you've grown in most too in your personal life as a person?
Definitely maturity and just understanding how to handle things, handling the hard hits, and just getting back at it and just giving it my all in each and everything.
When's that? When do you feel like that turn in maturity started happening for you too? Was it a situation, or what was it that made you feel like, all right, I need to shape up a little bit?
Definitely, I was just a bit wild freshman year. I feel like everyone kind of is a little bit. It's the freshman year, first time, high school, being around everyone that's older. Kind of feel like you got to, act a little, way to kind of get a little spotlight on you. But Definitely I've matured since then a lot.
When you talk about your high school experience as a whole too, I feel like it's a good question to always ask high schoolers now because I feel like even me just being shortly removed from being in high school, I feel like I could feel a disconnect between players now and student athletes in today's world. So I can't even imagine what coaches might feel in certain aspects too. What is it like being a student athlete in today's world? How are you able to time manage to and navigate through the challenges of being a student athlete and find success in both?
Yeah. It's definitely a little hard, but really just trusting the coaching staff, trusting the teachers at the school and everything, and just understanding that school comes first and just getting school done, focusing on school, and then when it's time for practice, just giving it your all and just trusting the coaches.
We'll get into the coaches a little bit here, but I also want to know about some teachers that you've had throughout your high school journey too. Who are some teachers that have served an impact in your life too, that have helped you or taught you a lesson or have helped you along the way in high school?
Definitely Mr. Franken. He's actually our baseball coach. He just was always there for me, always talking to me whenever I wanted to talk, and I'm a talker, so I've definitely even this year I've been in his classroom for at least like 30 minutes during like a free period, just talking to him and actually playing baseball this year for him. So that's been
It's the hangout spot. He got you. He got you
yeah.
into the diamond. What about your, Coach Scott too? I know him as one of the better coaches in the entire area too. For his way to be able to connect with players too, and be able to talk to them on a very real basis too. What is your experience like with Coach Scott too? What's he been able to do and help shape you as a player and as a person?
Well, it's definitely been real nice having a coach who's so understanding and just tries to talk to you, doesn't yell really at us at all. Just tries to understand us and understand things and get the problems, solved and everything. So it's been really nice. And main reason why I came to Heartland was because of Coach Scott and everything, and the coaching staff and Pops, Coach Z. At the time, Coach Patterson was here.
When we look at your journey in basketball too, what has been some of your favorite memories in the sport and maybe whether it's on or off the court?
Yeah. Definitely has to be the playoff run, on the floor, and just how we all stayed together, connected, hanging out with each other at someone's house after every game, every practice. That was definitely, I would say, like the highlights of my career and just the best moments that I will remember forever.
Coach Scott put it as playing with for one more day together. Was that a very real feeling in last year's team and a very real experience?
Yeah, it definitely was. I just got goosebumps as you said that because I remember practice every day, just knowing we really had to give it our all, or it may be the last time seeing each other on the basketball court. So we
Looking at
definitely. Oh,
looking
my
at
fault.
this year. No, you're good. Looking at this year and your senior year, you're one of the leaders for this team this year. By the end of the year, what do you want or what do you hope, I guess, the guys said about you as a senior leader and when everything's said and done with Heartland Christian too? What do you hope they said about Johnny Meyer after everything's said and done?
I really hope they say that I helped encourage them. I don't, I hate getting mad at anybody. So I hope they say, I never really got mad at them. I always try to be understanding, talking to them, and that I definitely cared about their mental health and everything about them outside of basketball and school.
What are some of your goals out after high school's said and done too? What are some goals for yourself after it?
Honestly, maybe play collegiate basketball, but if not, get into a trade and just get ready for that life and just put my head down and grind in that life too.
Always ready to put your head down and grind. When you talk about playing collegiate basketball too, I mean, you need a certain level of skill. I think you're in that discussion for sure, young man too. But when you talk about collegiate basketball too, anything that you're in particular looking for, or you're just looking for any type of opportunity?
Really just any type of opportunity, it's always just as a kid, been a dream to play at the next level and really trying to just leave it all out there and give myself the best chance of, being able to do that.
Well, we're excited for you this year. We're going to be rooting for you hardcore, no doubt. I need you to do a couple things for me, though. I've been doing this with a lot of coaches. I'm going to do this with you as well. I need you to shout out that Heartland community. Let them know why they need to come out and support you guys this year, why they're going to be worth supporting you guys this year. But also because basketball happens right around Thanksgiving, I need you to shout out your favorite Thanksgiving Day dish.
All right. Definitely would say you got to come to the first game because just the environment, everything, it's going to be something special, especially this year. It's our first game. It's going to be a little bit different than last year. We got to just see how we do out there. It's going to be fun to watch. And favorite dish, my mom makes it every Thanksgiving, bubble bread. I don't know why I just
Bubble bread.
yeah.
What is it? So give me the
So
rundown.
it's like kind of like one of those funnel cake pans, but you cook bread in
Okay.
it. It has like garlic and butter, and it's all like very soft bread in the middle. And
Okay.
I don't know. I always just eat a bunch of it every day.
It feels like a breadstick kind of vibe, but like a big
Yeah,
one almost. Like, okay, all right,
it's almost like if it's soft as a cake inside, and it has a little bit of garlic to it, butter, seasoning. So
all
it's
right.
really good. I love it.
All right, Mrs. Meyer, bubble bread, bubble bread. All right, I'm gonna have to give it that a little bit of a look. Never heard of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
your
gonna
first one for some bubble bread. Give some love to that. I also want to give you a chance to, before we let you go, Johnny, give some love, give a shout out, give a spotlight to anybody else that's helped you along the way in your journey that you feel deserves a little bit.
I would definitely have to say all the older role models I have that are just in the communities that I live in and just playing pickup basketball with them and them always looking out for me, always trying to make me better and then talking to me about my basketball games and wanting to be able to come to some this year. Definitely has, helped me out a lot, because I'll just go play pickup basketball. I got 10 different grown men just encouraging me, trying to get me better every play. And it means a lot.
Well, Johnny, we're excited for you this year. We're rooting for you in your senior year. We're rooting for the Lions per usual. And in due time, YSN, we'll see you out there on the hardwood here real soon.
All right. Thank you.